Nobody prepares you to mourn parts of yourself. Like, I swear nobody prepares you for this. And it's really uncomfortable. And right now, I'm currently learning how to, like, integrate old versions of myself, in a sense, into this new one in a way that makes sense. Because there's still parts of myself from previous versions that I admire and I adore and I don't want to leave behind. But I understand that I am in a season where it's calling for me to have a different version, and I don't want to get lost in creating this new and profound version, or highest self or whatever, in a sense where I leave parts of her behind. And it's really uncomfortable. It's not easy, and I'm learning that in this process you do have to give yourself grace if you are experiencing this similar thing, because it's not easy. Like, it's very dreadful grieving someone you used to be. And I was talking about this with myself earlier. Like, my friends that are around me right now, they're all so sweet and so passionate, and like, you can see it's all over them. They walk it, they embody it, they're just kind. Like, it's not a facade, it's not a front, it's just who they are. And it reminds me of my freshman self coming into college, because I believe me coming into college, I was really innocent. And throughout these 3 years of being at college, I feel like it was taken from me. It was taken from me because I went through some things that kind of shifted my worldview. And in a sense, it made me develop a lot of trust issues. Because one thing about freshman me, love her down. Bubbly. I'm still bubbly now, but the difference between me and her, she gave her trust blindly. Like, she just gave it because that's just who she was, and she overextended a lot and overcompensated a lot. And so now, me being me now, I kind of see myself being, I wouldn't say mean, just a tad bit more reserved when it comes to that kindness. And I was pondering on why is that. And when I reflect on everything that has happened, it kind of makes sense, because I went through a lot, once again, that just changed how I seen things. And it made me more reserved and not willing to give so easily, because I was just giving my trust out. And I learned a lot of hard lessons that way, because I seen the best in people, and I still do. And with that, I never really put in thought that people would like hurt me, because I was being upfront and honest and open and showing my purest intentions. So I never, freshman me couldn't fathom somebody wanting to do me wrong, because I just knew how genuine of a person I was. But that's not the case with people. So the difference between me now and me then, now I don't trust so easily. I don't. And I don't put anything past people. Like, I expect people to be people. And I could say this is a good and a bad thing, because in a sense, I kind of gear up for the worst. I don't expect it, but I don't not expect it at the same time. So I'm really just working on finding a balance between still being kind, because I cherish that part of myself. And although I feel like my innocence, in a sense, was taken from me by life, I still don't want to lose that part of myself, because I admire that part of myself. And seeing my friends around me, they do it so easily, it made me question, why am I struggling to channel that? And it's because the season I'm in now, I'm learning that I can still be nice, bubbly, friendly, all of those things I was before coming into college, but I must not overextend myself. I must not give so blindly and so just without thought, because I was really just giving because I had it. I mean, I still do, but I'm definitely more reserved now. And so I'm just working on being able to trust people in a way that is not so me being so mean. I feel like I'm mean now, but I'm not. I just have so much more boundaries now than I did then, because I've changed. I'm still her, but at the same time, I'm not. I'm not. And so I'm just learning how to integrate all of that into what I envision myself being overall, I guess. How I envision myself acting and being overall. And I just want to do it in a healthy way that makes sense, to where like I'm being nice, but I'm not overextending and burning myself out and overgiving, because that's really what I was doing as a freshman. That's just my TED talk. That's really all I have to say about that. I'm trying to think. Yeah. Just know that mourning parts of yourself is not easy, and it gets easier though. That's the thing. It gets easier. And I feel like a lot of people want to skip past the grieving part, but I've learned recently that grieving is just a form or a sign that there was a deep love for that version of yourself, or for whatever it is that you're grieving. And you won't move on fully and fully embody who you're becoming until you grieve who you were before. And it's not easy, but it's worth it. And I feel like people shouldn't avoid it, because although it may be very uncomfortable, because I could talk on this for hours because I just have so much experience with this topic. Although it's uncomfortable, in the end it's worth it, and you should do it. And you will learn over time what parts, I wouldn't necessarily say keep or throw away, because I hate kind of wording it like that, but what parts to channel when needed. I'm dropping in, so I'm gonna link my Substack in the description box, and I wrote an essay on my personal experience with this over my 3 years being in college, because I want to say I started it like the summer after my freshman year, and I kind of wrote on and off, and I finally finalized it, so go check that out. Because I can still channel that craziness from high school. I can still channel that when it's needed, but I've learned to become more mature and approaching situations as an adult would. But I can still channel that, oh, I'm gonna cuss you out and that's just what it is, if I need to. Just as much as I can channel that nice, sweet, bubbly, I can channel all of those things when it's needed. And that's what I'm learning. So yeah, you can learn it too. You just gotta sit with yourself. That's really all I can tell you. Because if you don't sit with yourself, I don't know what to tell you. You're not gonna learn it. You're not gonna learn it. If you can't just sit down and have some mindfulness time with just you, yourself, and you, no screens, no distractions, no nothing, you're not gonna get very far in this process. And I think that's a part people really run away from, because it is uncomfortable. Like, there's parts of myself I'm not too proud of at all, but I'm learning to work with my shadow self, because at the end of the day, that's still a part of who I am. It's no me without the dark and the light. And maybe this is just a Libra yapping, but it's no me without the dark and the light. So I have to channel my shadow self just as much as I channel my light energy, but I'm learning how to turn my shadow self, my pain, into passion. And it's worth it. So mourning yourself isn't easy, but it's worth it.